Brigden of JessBCreativeCardiology. I'm here today with a fun, quick, simple gift idea for you. Quick and easy, simple, it's all good, right? Especially a busy time of year. And so for this project, we're going to make a hot cocoa treat holder. And if hot cocoa is not your thing, you could certainly use any drink mix, whether it be apple cider or a coffee, instant coffee pouch, anything like that. I'm using just some Swiss Miss. They come super simple little drink mixes. You could also use cup of noodle soup. Anything like that would also work. Just something with a little pouch like that. So I'm gonna hold out one of these drink pouches. I've also got some mini candy canes. I didn't realize that they were so mini when I got them. They're like itty bitty size, but I thought they would be fun to put in here with our hot cocoa. And I've got one sheet of paper, which is enough actually to make 2 of these pouches. So I just thought I'd walk you through how to do this whole thing. I am using Stampin' Up's Regal Winter Designer Series paper. And if you're wondering why I chose this particular pattern, it's just that honestly, I love the Regal Winter paper. I ordered several packs, and this is the sheet that I have several left over. So by default, this is what I am using today. But please, by all means, use your favorite designer paper. Anything that's 12 by 12 will work for this. And you'll also need your paper trimmer, and I've pulled out a couple of sentiment sets, something that had, I wanted something with like a warm wishes. And so the Warms My Heart set, this one has Memories of You Warm My Heart. And then also the Snowman Hugs has a Sending Warm Hugs and Happiness. So I thought either of those would work. All right, let me know if you have a favorite here or which one you would prefer. Okay, so let me just go ahead and let's get started. First of all, pull out your trimmer. All right, and the Stampin' Up trimmer works great for this because it has the scoring blade on here. Okay, and so the first thing I did, honestly, was measure the height of my pouch. Okay, and so this was exactly 5 inches. So I'm gonna add an extra 1/2 inch because I want to be able to secure the bottom with some tear and tape, and then have a little bit, just a little bit for the packaging, make it a little bit more substantial so that the hot cocoa is not just falling out of the packet. So measure the height and then add like 1/2 inch. Okay, and then you also want to measure the width of your packet. And in this case, it is 3.5 inches. So you want to tri-fold that, and actually you want to go just a little bit wider so that you've got room to actually make a pouch here. Okay, so take the width, you're going to times it by 3 because the pouch I'm making is a tri-fold. All right, and then you're also going to add like an extra 3/4 inch, okay, so that it just makes for easy scoring. So if this is 3.5, I'm gonna do 3 3/4 times 3, okay? So let's go ahead and cut our designer series paper. Let's go by the height the first. So we had 5, we wanna add 1/2 inch, so we're gonna go at 5.5 here. All right, and just set the other piece aside. Like I said, you can get 2 treat pouches from one 12 by 12 piece of paper here. Okay, and then with our pouch, we said 3 3/4. 3 3/4 times 2 is 7.5, and 3 is 10.5, and 3/4 is 11.25. Okay, so that's what I'm going to cut this at. So it's 5.5 by 11.25. Okay, so I got just a little bit left over. Now get your cutting blade out of the way, and we are going to score. We're going to divide this by 3. So we were originally at 3.5. We went to 3 3/4. Okay, and then we went to 7 and a half. Okay, and that should do it. So we should, I know it's very, very hard to see the score lines on this paper, but like I said, tri-fold, and it should all three sides should match. Okay, so again, I did 5.5 by 11 1/4, scored at 3 3/4 and 7.5. Okay, all right, that is all we need to do. All right, I said this was going to be ultra simple. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the left corner and we are going to fold it all the way down here along this score line. Okay, right to the fold. All right, so right to the fold. Go ahead, you can burnish that with your bone folder. Okay, there's several different ways to make little treat pouches. This is just an ultra simple one. I'll show you another and maybe later in the month at one of our other videos. But we did a tri-fold here, fold it down the left corner, fold down the right corner. Okay, looks good. So now we need some tear and tape. I like tear and tape because it is only 1/4 inch wide, which makes it really easy. All right, it doesn't take up a lot of room. I'm gonna put some here on this outside edge. Now, if you wanted to, you could secure the flaps down. You really don't have to, but if it makes you feel better, go ahead and just secure those flaps, okay? That's really up to you. All right, so you can go ahead and secure those in place if you want. All right, so we want adhesive here along the outside edges. All right, and then we want it along the bottom from each of the score lines, okay? So just along each of these, right up to that score. Okay, looks good. So our treat pouch should fit in here, okay? Looks good. I got a little extra room. Okay, so let's do one side first and then the other. All right, so we're going to remove the backing from the tear and tape here. Okay. All right, you want this right along the bottom. Okay. And make sure you got a little wiggle room here for your pouch. Okay, you don't want it to be totally flat. You do want it to pop up just a little bit here. Okay. All right, you can even see that, tuck that right inside. Looks good. See, by the time we add the adhesive on the bottom, it does raise the height of the pouch in the of the drink mix here in the pouch. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same thing here on the other side. Okay, and then bring this over and secure it directly on top. Okay, go ahead and give it a pinch. So it's just a cute little pouch here. All right, we can, if you had a full-size candy cane, I think that would fit in here too. These really are a lot smaller than I wasn't paying attention. But you could, in this case, you could probably fit a couple of these little minis in here. Or you could fit some chocolate or whatever else in there. All right, and then you've got your treat pouch. I feel like we need a little something here. So I thought I would dress this up a little bit and just do a little sentiment label and maybe add some ribbon so you could see you could keep it super simple or dress it up as much as you want. So let's pull out our heartfelt hexagon with the little label stamp here. Okay, and I've got some basic white cardstock for this. Let me trim an end off of that so we've got room to stamp. Okay, so let's go with the pretty peacock to match our paper. All All right, and if you're wondering, this strip is two and 3/4 inches wide, which works good for that. Okay, and then we've got our, let's go with sending warm hugs and happiness. All right, we'll do that here from the snowman hugs. Both the warms my heart, all three actually, warm snowman hugs, the warms my heart set, and the heartfelt hexagon are all on the discontinued. All right, discontinued list. They're on the last chance here. Stamp It Up is retiring them. So get them while you can, okay? So we stamped that as well in some pretty peacock. Now, if you want it to be a little more, I don't know, a little more decorative, you could pull in, say, one of the snowflakes here from Sparkling Snowflakes. I love to use that little snowflake and just add a little decoration in there. You can use some pool party. I've got a little bit of summer splash here. That's what I have handy. But I would probably use pool party because it's just a little bit lighter. So I'm not going to ink that up real strong. Just a little bit there. Okay. You could even do a couple. All right. And then we'll pull in our hexagon punch here to punch this out. Okay, looks good. And then I'm going to add in a little bit of our pretty peacock and gold ribbon. Okay, so let's wrap this all the way around. Give yourself enough for a knot. You don't necessarily have to tie a bow, and really you could do your knot on the left or the right. It's totally up to you. But just decide where you want that. And I think the right length of ribbon is going to be about 13-14 inches here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and trim that off. Okay, that should give you plenty to tie. So let's go ahead and wrap this around. I'm gonna do my knot here on the left. Okay. And yeah, so 13 inches is plenty. I've got lots, so I'll actually trim some of that off, and then we'll put our dimensionals here on the hexagon, and I am going to do top and bottom, left and right. I want to make sure this is secure. Okay. Especially if you're like gifting these to, to kids, like say you're kids at school or nieces and nephews, grandkids, anything like that. I want to make sure that's nice and secure. All right, line up the center here with your V, and let's trim this off at an angle. All right, the ribbon you can slide around a little bit as you need. Okay, but how cute is that? Just a fun little pouch, all right, to fit a drink mix. And like I said, I would probably use a full-size candy cane. That would fit a little bit better in here. But you can think of all the fun, creative ideas. Again, different drink mixes or soup mix that you could fit in there and add candy canes or some little chocolate or just something fun. All right, a fun little drink pouch like that. So again, if you missed that, we started with a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. Okay, we measured our drink mix and the pouch was 5 inches. So we added a 1/2 inch to make room for the adhesive. Okay, measured the width and then added 1/4 inch. All right, so that made this 3 3/4. All right, and times that by 3. Okay, so when you, again, cut your paper, and I might as well use the reverse side here. Okay, when you cut your paper, we have 5 1/2 inches. All right, 5 1/2. Okay, and then it is going to be by 11 1/4 for this particular project, 3 3/4 times 3 is 11 1/4. Okay. And then get your cutting blade out of the way, and you're going to score that into the trifold. So 3 3/4. All right, 7 1/2. Okay, and there you go. So let's see what the reverse side looks like. Okay, so this time we'll work with the wild wheat side. Okay, and again, you are going to fold that into the trifold here. Okay, and then take your, actually I wanna, if you were working with the wild wheat side, you want pretty peacock side down. So just go ahead and burnish your folds again. Take your outside corners and fold right down here along the score line. Okay, and smooth that out. Okay, you can even tack it down. Oops, get my adhesive going. I'm almost out of tape, that's why. Okay, tack that down. Do the same on the other side. All right, find your score line. Pull it right down. You don't want to tear it, so be gentle. Okay. All right. Oops, come on here. Like I said, I'm almost out of tape. I just need enough to get through this video. There we go. All right, now, tear and tape to the rescue. That's what we'll use for the rest. So you're gonna do the outside edges. All right, just the short part here. Just this little bit at the bottom, okay? And then you're gonna do the bottom strip right up to the score line, okay? And then the right panel, again, right up to the score line, okay? Oh, and if you hear weird noises, that is my dishwasher. I apologize. I started that a little while ago, not thinking about this, and that is what is running right now. I might need to stop that here in a minute. We'll just pause that for now. Apologize, that's what I get for crafting out near the kitchen, right? Do any of you do your crafting in the kitchen? I have a stamp room. I do, a craft room. However, I often stamp out in the kitchen because I stand. I like to stand when I craft, especially when I'm doing videos. And so the higher countertop works better for that. Okay, so again, remove the tear and tape from the bottom. Oops. There we go. I'm using the spatula end of the Take Your Pick tool. There we go. Okay. All right, now bring the left side over, have it match up, pinch it on the bottom, pinch it there on the right. Okay, looks good. Let's grab another packet. Okay, get that down in there. You might have to shuffle your cocoa a little bit if it all sinks to the bottom of your packet. There we go. That fits much better. Okay, and for this, we do have some wild wheat. This is the rustic striped ribbon. I actually really like this ribbon. I know that wild wheat is not everybody's favorite color, but it has grown on me. I really like this ribbon. It's got a little sparkle in it, and I like the bit of the stripe to it. All right, so we're tying our ribbon, just a knot here. Okay, cut each length. There we go. Okay, so get the ribbon out of the way. And again, we'll just use, I got a little bit of the basic white left. I'm gonna trim this off. Okay, 3-inch strip. And let's see, let me clean the Pretty Peacock ink off of my hexagon stamp. I think with this one, I will use a little bit of early espresso, okay, to coordinate with the darker color. You could use black, but I'm gonna use early espresso. Okay, I like that. And let's see here. Again, let's do the, how about this one? Memories of You Warm My Heart. We'll use one of each sentiment here. Okay. And that just fits right there on the inside. Perfect. Okay. And I don't want any snowflakes on this one, but I could pull in a little flower here from the Regal Flora set. Maybe we'll do a little flower sprig here in the wild wheat. That should be just perfect. Okay, and let's see. Yeah, just a little flower. Okay, just a little something. Alrighty, and then punch this out. I think I've got just enough room here. All right, here's another tip. If your paper, if you don't have quite enough room, all right, to hold on to, grab a scrap piece of paper, put just a little dab of adhesive on it. Use that, to make a handle, all right, right up here, okay, to give yourself something to hold on to. That way, you can come right in. I need to trim off the, there we go. It's not letting my punch get in close enough. All right, make the handle. Look at that. Gives me some leverage here to position my stamped image in the punch. Look at that. And there you go. You can throw away the scrap. All right. If you like these little quick tips and tidbits, please give me the thumbs up, like, subscribe, share, all of that good stuff. You know how it goes. Much appreciated. All right, so let's add our dimensionals on here. Okay, and then place this. You can always slide your ribbon around as you need it, because if you are using the hexagon, you want to line the center point of that up with the V of your pouch. Okay, and there you go. Looks really cute. All right, and it's actually quite pretty when you think about it. Aw. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's project. I know it was a quick video, but these projects were quick and easy. You can get 2 treat pouches from one 12 by 12 sheet of double-sided designer series paper. We use the Regal Winter paper here in Pretty Peacock and Wild Wheat, along with our Heartfelt Hexagon stamp set and punch, and the Warms My Heart and Snowman Hugs stamp sets for our sentiments. All right. If you have any questions, please let me know. Leave me a comment. Again, I hope you enjoyed today's projects and give it a try. All right. Thanks so much, everybody. Happy stamping. We'll see you on Friday. Take care. Bye-bye.